proud headquarters of common sense.
Talk Radio.
Or if you're not white. I really can't work it out. Now, our next guest has the misfortune to have to endure being a student at Durham University. She's also an esteemed political commentator, a talk radio favourite. Sophie Corcoran. Good evening, Sophie.
Hey, Gav. How are you?
I'm all right. So how's the decolonisation of the maths course at Durham going on?
These people are doing my nutting, Kevin. The thing is, it's not even maths, Kev. They're trying to decolonise everything. Like every single subject. And what they're doing is they're actually paying students to work for them, like actually employing students to be these, I don't know what you call them, decolonisers, which basically means that, you know, they're like decolonisation reps. I mean, what an absolute waste of money.
There's a guide, they've published a guide which says that mathematicians are almost completely or even totally completely white and or male. Ask yourself why they are. See if you can find contributions to the field of mathematics from other genders and ethnicities. Well, you know, so you're going to dismiss, as I said earlier, I mean, within reason, mathematics is the subject. It's all about the laws of universal numerical truths. So whether or not you're black or white, when you're publishing papers about this, when you're writing books about this, when you're solving sums, whether or not you're black or white, it doesn't matter, does it?
No, maths, first of all, is not racist. It's maths, it's numbers. And what they want to do is my favourite part of this is to study the cultural origins of the numbers. So we have to be clear of what the cultural origins of numbers are, to make sure that numbers themselves aren't racist. But here's the thing, this whole inclusivity, decolonisation, complete utter nonsense isn't about, you know, improving diversity within the education. It's about anti-white racism. And this is this whole idea of diversity now. It's like, you know, diversity means a mixture of everything, and that includes white people. So, like, it's wrong to say that Jane Austen has been another recent one that they've gotten rid of, is to just get rid of all white prolific people in order to aid their non-racism. I mean, how is that? It's anti-white racism. That's what education is pushing now. Not diversity, just a hatred of white people.
Apparently, the guide issued by Durham University talks of something called Simpson's paradox, which is illustrated by two examples from the Western world. Survivors of the Titanic and enrollment in an American university. It says the statistical module could also be explained using the underrepresentation of Maori in New Zealand jury pools to discuss how maths can be used to aid attempts to secure equality. I mean, you know, I don't claim to be the cleverest man in the world, but I'm not that stupid. I have no idea what that means. Do you?
The thing is, Kev, these people are always on strike, these academics, because, you know, they're overworked, but they've always got time to come up with this load of rubbish, innit? Who's got time to think of this nonsense? I don't know what they're doing, but they need to work harder, clearly. But the thing is, you know, my university are honestly nutcases. Like, we've got a new thing with the students now. There's a South College students protest group. You know, South College, the ones with the whole
That's where Tim Luckhurst got...
Yeah. So now they've got a new protest group, and they've got 24 demands for our university that include setting up of student hate speech committees. I mean, we all know who's going to be on those committees. It ain't going to be someone like me. It's going to be the commies.
No, you'll be in the dock.
Yeah, literally, I'll be on the street, me. But so they want us to do student hate speech committees, and they want mandatory LGBT class and race inclusion workshops or whatever that is, training basically. But the thing is, I don't need to be trained how to not be racist because I'm not racist. I just think it's a load of rubbish. They're trying to push all this nonsense on us, but then they're always going on strike this lot, so I need to go and figure it out, really.
Let's talk about South College. The principal professor there, Tim Luckhurst.
I love him.
He's known to us, a former BBC man, of course, comes on as a guest quite often. He invited his old mate from the Beeb, Rod Liddle, to speak to the students there at a special event. Rod went along and got involved in the biological definition of a woman debate. This caused a walkout by furious students who don't like to be assailed by opinions with which they disagree. Tim stood up and called them pathetic, and he got suspended, didn't he? I don't know what his state of play is now, but all Rod did was say that, you know, you can't change the biology, the biological sex that you were born with, which is true.
Yeah, well, Tim's back, actually. He's a great sort of accomplice of mine. It keeps me sane. But he's back, which is good. But the students are still on about it. So a lot of their demands in this 24 list of demands is about, you know, sack Tim, get him gone, all of this. So they're still angry about it. I don't think they're ever going to get over it, this lot. Why is the students' unions picking and choosing what they think is
Well, I agree with that, Sophie. I'm with you on that. That's the point. They seem to have no tolerance for views with which they disagree. They have no tolerance for people who hold views that are different from theirs. That's not what academia is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be a debating forum for lots of different ideas. You might not agree with them, but you better learn about them. These people don't want to know anything that doesn't suit their purpose.
Especially with maths. I mean, you don't study maths to have politics shoved down your throat, do you? You just want to learn about numbers. A lot of the people in the maths department aren't going to care about this stuff. They just want to know maths.
Yeah. What's the idea that a lot of the people that formed the mathematical theories of history were white? It's
the same as history in this country. I mean, the majority of our history curriculum is white, purely because the majority of our country and the makeup of its history was white people, because our country was majoritively white. So that's going to be a thing.
But what is the point? So
there's no point to this.
I realise that, but let's go through the motions anyway. What is the point of pointing out that a mathematician who came up with a great theory or solved a great problem was white and not black? And what difference does it make to the mathematical proposition on the table?
It makes no difference. They're just trying to get diversity for diversity's sake. I think this word diversity has become so overused. It actually just means nothing.
No, certainly, I agree with that. And now you do, is it business studies you're doing?
Yes, yeah, I do.
And are they decolonising the business studies course?
Yep, we've been tasked with figuring out how to decolonise business. Don't ask me how we're going to do it, because I don't think we... How do you decolonise business? I mean, what is there to decolonise? I don't understand.
Okay, well, they've asked you to decolonise your course. What do they have in mind? I mean, in what way? How do you go about this?
I don't know. They keep emailing us and putting on the Facebook group. If anyone knows how we should decolonise business, let us know.
So they want to decolonise it, but they effectively, clearly don't know how it was how it is colonised. Because if they think it's too white and too colonial, then surely it shouldn't be too difficult to decolonise it. So the fact they're asking you, any ideas? They don't even know why it's colonised or if it's colonised.
Yeah, because I don't think these people in the actual business department want to decolonise the curriculum. The problem is it's a university-wide thing that goes over every single subject. So I understand sort of, this argument of diversifying the races in things like languages or like English. But business, maths, physics, you can't do that. So they've adopted this blanket policy, and every single subject has now decolonised their own curriculum. And they're wasting so much time and money on this.
Please tell me, Sophie, that there are students at Durham University who find this all absurd and laughable.
Oh, no, I actually said that I think that we should put the whole decolonise the curriculum stuff in the bin, and they called me a racist. They're like, what? Decolonisation is important to I was like, yeah, shut up. It's not like maths.
But
Isn't racist.
I mean, I know that you're contemptuous of it and that you find it laughable. But are there other students at Durham like? Don't tell me that everyone apart from you at Durham, is a decolonisation zealot.
Well, I'm sure there are some sensible mathematicians that are out there thinking, how the hell is my course racist, because it's not racist. But a lot of them are jumping on this decolonisation bandwagon and thinking, oh, yeah, this is brilliant, without actually thinking that it means nothing. But there we go. Students for you, they love a bandwagon.
They certainly do. How much longer have you got to go on your course, Sophie?
Oh, don't even remind me, Kev, please. I've got 2 years and 1 term left to go, so I'm in my first year. So I've only just started.
Blimey. Well, good luck with that. Well, we will talk very soon.
Yes, catch you soon.
Always a pleasure to talk to you, Sophie. That's a long-suffering Durham University student.
Good talk.
Hot talk. Bold talk. Talk radio.
Listen on your smart speaker.
Watch it live on your smart TV.
The world headquarters of common sense.
Talk Radio.